Hey guys, this is Camfrey15, joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf, back from his weekly break from Mexico last week, as he was unable to join us last week for Dragon Quest.
Yes, but I did watch the episode, and let me just say, it didn't fail to disappoint. Like the
Yes.
first many episodes that came out.
Yep. So obviously last week we got the Royal Guard members finally introduced to us, as they are obviously going to be just the future things in the way. And also, if you watch the opening, if you skip over the opening, they actually finally show them fully in the opening now. They don't have them blacked out. So hey, more updates to the opening, which is like, how many times they updated the opening? I don't know.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think.
It's definitely gotta be more than 5, I believe, but hey, I don't really care. Anyways, we're back for Dragon Quest episode 46, and we're gonna give our review on it. And this episode was just mostly about training. And hey, our characters got to get stronger somehow within 5 days.
Yes.
Before they have to go raid, obviously, Dark Kingverns Palace and everything. But let's get into this week's episode. Mostly this was kind of centered around Popp, with a very funny moment with Mom, and then a very intense moment with Macho Viv. But other than that, let's start this episode review. So we find out that the assault on Dark Kingverns Palace, on the Dark Empire, what's left of it, is going to take place in 5 days. Now, they're all going to meet up in the Carl Kingdom, but I think it's Hineko that makes a mention of the fact that it's in ruins. And Leona's like, well, we're going to be going there, and it will create a nice little base there. So for the time being, that's where we're going to go. Now, Dai's group is going to show up a day early. That's what Popp says. So obviously the main heroes are going to show up a day early. I guess that's fine. So technically, even though they have to get ready in 5 days, they technically have to get ready in 4 days. But hey, if you're heroes, you should be able to get enough training in 4 days. But yeah. So that's the thing. Now we find out what the others are going to train with. Popp's going to go back and train with Macho Viv. Dai and Hineko will actually go to Lord Baruch, the guy who made Dai's sword, and he actually trains them himself.
Mm-hmm.
Care to tell us how that training seems to be going?
One-sided, I must say.
Yes. Baruch's like, if you can't defeat me, you won't stand any chance of defeating the Dark Army.
Yeah, I'll teach you how to properly use those swords so you won't break them again.
Yes, and he's referring to Hineko's demon spear and Dai's new sword he got, because as we know, their weapons are damaged. He also does say he can fix them. He's just, training them so they become so combat adequate, so they don't have to break those weapons and come back and say, hey, fix our weapons again. So hey, it's cool to find out that he actually fights. I guess it kind of makes sense for his standpoint because he's a Darkling. But it's interesting to see that he fights as well. Now, don't ask me why he's not going to join in on the raid. No idea, but maybe he just likes peace.
Does he have any real goals for him to fight? I mean,
Not really, to be honest.
so I guess
It's just making weapons, really. But he must be the type of guy, he must be like a hermit type of character that just likes to stay in peace. So yes. I mean, even before we see them training, we see one of the Troika, which I believe that was Amy. She's kind of worried about Dai and Hineko, but because they're trained after they recently got back and they're healing from their wounds. Now, I guess her sister, Marin, I guess, got on her or something like that. Or both of the guy one and Marin got on her, I'm guessing she likes Hineko for some strange reason. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Because they show her clearly blushing. They're like, "Oh, it's okay. They'll be fine." And she's like, "Okay." I'm like,
Okay.
"Does she like him or something?" Because I swear, I think it's Mom that likes him. But okay, fine. Um. So yeah, that's the next thing. Now, Crocodile. He's actually training near the Volge Whirlpool. I believe that's near the area that they were fighting Blizzard, where they had to fly over. And he just makes Shu chain himself to this tree. And I'm guessing he's literally going into the whirlpool and trying to maybe fight the current to get stronger. They don't really specify what he's doing. So yeah, like they cut back to him. Apparently, I'm guessing he made another whirlpool. We don't know what he's doing. It's just he's training in that whirlpool area. Yeah. So, and what is Mom doing?
Practicing her reflector fist and you take this one in.
From what Popp said, she's just training and moving her fist very fast because technically the enemies we're going up against are not really affected by the refractor fist. But hey, you can always improve your brute strength, so hey, that's what she's doing. And then Leona, she's wishing she could train with everybody as well. But she's a princess and she has priorities.
But she's thinking about sneaking out, but then
yeah, I think it's morally to go see Die, but okay. Yeah. But hey, that's Leona for you. Always want to get involved in this. But then again, she is in the ending with the others. Like she's gonna be there to assist and help them in like the bigger fights. We'll see what she does, but okay. I still, when I look at the ending, I'm like, why did they just kick Crocodile out of this ending thing?
I mean, they're basically focusing on the students of Avan.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah, you make a lot of sense there. You do make sense there. It does even have the little pendant in the ending. Which I just gotta say this. I love the ending song. Anyways, so that's the thing. Now, speaking of Popp, he's actually training with Matroviv. And Matroviv actually, or Popp tells Matroviv what happened since he last saw him. So he told him about the raid on Pavnika, the fact that they're going to attack the Dark Kingdom, and also he tells him about the Royal Guard Hadlar has. Now, Matroviv essentially says, that's very interesting that they use forbidden magic to create these inanimate objects. He also goes on to say, like, this fight actually may be one of your toughest fights because the Royal Guard seem to have honor, which he's like, that's a reflection of Hadlar now. So, yeah, and it's funny enough because we see at the end of the episode, Zalbarera crying like the little you-know-what he is, and you have obviously one of the queen, Albanese, is like, aren't you just gonna kill that parasite? Like, he's annoying. And Hadlar's like, he created me this body. The old me would have probably killed him, but not this new me. So clearly he has a lot more honor for his enemies and comrades.
Yeah, and then he questions her. Am I too soft? Am I too soft now?
Very good questions indeed. Very good questions indeed. That which maybe could be a foreshadowing to his eventual downfall. So yeah, but yeah, it's an interesting thing. He also makes a mention like they're also going to be tough to fight is because the Royal Guard will probably use teamwork like they have in past incidents to get them out of things, which gets you thinking. How strong are these Royal Guard members going to be if they all team up together?
I mean, hey, if that was the power of just the pawn, just imagine.
Good God. And guess what? We've only seen the pawn actually defend. He really hasn't done any offense. And come to think of it, we haven't seen what these guys can actually all do.
All we've seen him do is punch Zalbarera really hard.
Yeah, which It's just a common trope of any shonen anime.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what spells he has or something like that. And then two, these guys are like made of the hardest metal in the Dragon Quest world, so it's gonna be pretty hard to probably put damage on them, which is obviously why our characters have to train. But this is when Montreriv tells Popp to come up with a spell. He's like, so you remember Flazard? Yes, the guy Hadlar created who was half hot, half cold. Todoroki's son, I guess, just on steroids and evil. Am I wrong?
I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean,
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. Go on.
So what are the two different elemental spells does Montreriv use in this combination attack?
A fire and ice spell.
Yes, just like Blizzard. Were you gonna go on?
Yes, and what he shows Popp is something pretty interesting. Like, he shows him how to balance them, like, together, and combine them. I find it kind of weird because I thought if fire and ice like go together, they would just cancel out. But yeah, but when I see it in action, when he combines them, I can. That's also the move that we see in the opening.
Yes. All when he's doing the bow and arrow thing. So yes. Now, the thing is, the fire is the positive side, and Montreriv says the ice is the negative side. And essentially, he has to combine these two spells to make a very ultimate spell. And it's an ultimate annihilating spell that essentially, from what they said, it disintegrates anything it overcomes, essentially making it like Hakai from Dragon Ball. Now, the spell is called Medroa. Don't know how you pronounce that accurately, but it's essentially a spell combining these two properties into one gigantic annihilating spell. And like we said earlier, or like I said earlier, it just destroys anything in its sight. He literally says it disintegrates you. So this is a spell that will take out anything. Now, I feel like against these Royal Guard members, it won't take them out just like that. It'll probably heavily damage them. That's my guess.
I feel like it, yeah. At least it'll probably at least take out the pawn.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe. Again, we don't know a gauge of how strong these guys are yet. We just know that these guys are probably infinitely strong. So yeah, now Medroa is like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna use it on you, Popp. Be ready for the attack. So Popp gears up. He gets a half and half, hot and cold, and Medroa fires the spell off. Popp blocks it, and he's trying to block it, but Popp has more, he's better at using fire than ice. And they kind of do a tease here where it's like, oh, what happened to Popp? What happens to Popp when we cut over to Mom?
Oh yes, he put his right arm is all burnt up, and now he's putting in the water to cool it off.
Yes. Gonna tell us while he was talking to Mom what he was doing?
Just what you'd expect, guys. Looking at Mom's features, and like Cameron said, who wouldn't?
Well, I'm not really a leg person, but I guess if you're looking leg up, I can understand why, but not a leg person.
Can someone comment down bonk Cameron's head down in the comments, please?
I'm sorry. Hey, look, I'll say this. I like girls with thick thighs. I will say that. But hey, maybe Popp likes maybe he was looking at Mom's thighs, He's like, I'm about to tap that one day if Hineko doesn't get the chance to. So, yeah, Mom kind of sees this. She's like, you need to stop looking at me like that. And what is the thing that kind of scares Popp off for the time being when it comes to Mom's legs?
Mom's strength, obviously.
Yes. She literally slams this rock using her knees that was supposed to hit frickin' Popp. And he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with her legs anytime soon. So, okay, Popp. How much you wanna bet you don't try to get back with those legs again? I don't know when. But, Popp, in our words, is very, hungry.
I think the word is thirsty.
Okay, thirsty then. Hey, who wouldn't be thirsty?
I mean, that's the word I would use, but yeah.
Who wouldn't be thirsty for Mom, though?
Say that to the amount of people who are disappointed that her design is somewhat censored.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it. Hey, they didn't censor her legs here.
Yeah, so get over it, people.
Trust me, it's anime. They always gonna censor something. So when Popp comes back to Matraviv, what is he able to do now?
He's able to perform that spell again, even though it's still kind of unbalanced and he's burning his arm again.
Yeah. So he's definitely gonna have to work at it to do it better, but he's got the basic properties down. He manages to blow like a huge hole in this rock. And he kind of just goes on to talk to Matraviv even more. Matraviv's like, I wonder why Yvonne chose you as his pupil. We kind of get a flashback. Yvonne's like, well, I sense a great potential of magic power in you, so hey, come join me. And stuff like that. Also, Popp kind of says, I want to learn as many spells from you, so then one day you can finally retire and you don't have to do anything. Which is a nice thing. Because he wants, obviously, his master to not put so much effort and almost kill himself like last time. Well, he can do everything that he once did. So yeah. We did, like I said, we went over the Albanese and the Hadlar talk about what they want to do with Zabarera. And how does the episode end off?
With Kingvern talking to Kingvern and I think, and asking who he should kill and stuff. And guess what Kingvern says? He's going after Baron.
Yes. Probably because Baron's the number one threat to Kingvern, honestly. Because, well, he's got Dragonite properties, so makes sense. Hey, take this guy out. But I find at this point, I kind of find it hard to believe how Kingvern could get it done. But then again, he has that scythe attack where it stuns your opponent. So
I mean, Kingvern did say that even he doesn't believe that Kingvern will be able to get the job done. So
yeah. So I guess you could say Kingvern's walking into a no-win situation unless they completely shock us again. Which I'm sorry. I just, from what I saw from the Baron arc, there's no way to lead me to believe that Kingvern has any chance in hell.
I mean, have we really seen what Kingvern can do completely?
Not really, because he's kind of still a mysterious character.
I mean, he's basically the Grim Reaper, so...
Yeah. We'll see. It seems like next week he's going to make his attack on Baron, which is very interesting, because I was wondering if Baron would end up getting back into the story, and I'm guessing this is how he's going to get back in the story. The question, obviously, is going to be, what side is he going to fight on? We know he doesn't trust humans, but the thing is, will he assist his own flesh and blood? That's the question.
The question is, will he even survive?
That too. But I thought this episode was a solid episode of Dragon Quest of Dai. The more Popp training, because Popp is like next to Dai as the main centered character, mostly just for his magic development. Not that I don't hate Popp or anything. It's just I like the development he gets to be, I guess, a character that has to believe in himself more than he first did when we were introduced to him. So more development for him. I do kind of wish we do kind of had gotten more development for Mom, but it's like not as much as when she was first introduced. I don't know if it's their way of saying, well, Mom's story is kind of told, so there's no point. I don't know. That's just me. And I'm not saying that just because I want to see sexy Mom on my TV. I'm just saying that from a character building standpoint.
I like how he said that with a straight face, guys.
Hey, what? I watched Eden Zero, and their characters are just as sexy as the fairy tale character.
Yes. Yes.
Anyways, I wonder if we're gonna focus more on Dai and Hineko's training next week as well. But I thought it was good. Also, the foreshadowing was also good. So yeah. Also, I guess you could say a tease of Zabrera eventually being killed. I have a feeling that one of the Royal Guard members is just gonna kill him and be like, "We're just sick and tired of you. Just die."
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, I don't know why they're gonna keep him alive. I would agree with them and say just kill him off because he is a parasite. But who knows? Maybe we'll finally get that one Zabrera death where it just feels so good to see him dead. Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting on that. I feel either Vern, he's gonna escape and he's gonna try to beg himself to Vern to spare his life, and then Vern's just gonna kill him. Or maybe one of the Royal Guard members kills him. We'll just find out. Your thoughts on the episode?
I like it. Yeah. It's pretty solid.
Yeah. All right. So anyways, we're gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night when checking out this video. And yeah, we're gonna get you My Villain Academia, the next episode tomorrow. It'll probably not be going up early in the morning because I have to go take pictures with my football team. It'll probably be in the afternoon. Also expect an Eden Zero episode 2 review tomorrow as well. So other than that, we're gonna get out of here. So it's been Cam for 15
and the Red Wolves.
And we're signing off for tonight. Till then, guys, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Dragon Quest, as well as hit that subscribe button to not only my channel, but my co-host channel. And when you do hit that subscribe buttons, make sure you hit the notification bell icon so you're up to date with whatever we both upload to our individual channels. Till then, guys, have a great rest of your day or night. We'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, see ya. Peace.